Hello, everyone. Judy Weber, your Christian business coach here for today's workshop. You know, every Friday in January, I'm coming to you here on Instagram at Judy Weber Live, and now on Facebook at Judy Weber Live every Friday at 11. And today we're talking about video, specifically video marketing. And video marketing is very, very important. We're going to talk about why you need to do video, even if you don't like the way you look, or whatever other excuses you have. Sorry I wasn't able to be with you last week. I moved my son into Chicago, a new place in Chicago, just got his first job after college, so thank you for your grace on that. That workshop, the follow-up workshop, is going to be the first Friday in February. So listen, as you're jumping on, I would love you to say in the comments, whether here on Instagram or here on Facebook, let me know who you are, where you are watching from. And so before we dive into video marketing, I want to give you just a few announcements, but meanwhile, go grab your pen. Go grab your pen and paper because you're going to want to take notes. Okay, first announcement. 2 weeks ago, I did the time blocking workshop, which was very, very popular. I had almost 1,000 views within a couple of days. If you missed it, you need to watch it. And it lives on my Facebook, business page at Judy Weber Live on the video. I'm also going to put it on my YouTube channel. Now, how do you know if you need to watch time blocking? Okay, how about this? You don't have enough time in a day. You feel distracted. You lack focus. You feel like you're kind of just spinning your wheels all day and you're not productive. That tells you you need to watch my time blocking workshop. Now, for those of you that watched my time blocking workshop, what have you done with it? Have you implemented my 5 steps? And if you did, are you feeling different? Are things better for you? Are you feeling more focused? Because I guarantee you this, if you follow the 5 steps that I laid out for you, you will absolutely be more productive. I just need you to follow the plan. Okay. All right. So that was announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, 2 of you ladies are going to get an Amazon gift card. There's 2 ways for you to do that. 2 ways for you to get the gift card. One is by taking notes, and stay tuned as to what you do with those notes, but take good notes. The other way is to do a video. Stay tuned to where you're going to post it and all those details, okay? But you could win an amazing Amazon gift card. Again, why am I doing this? Why am I incentivizing you to, to take notes? Because I want you to win. I want you to take action so that 2020 is truly the breakthrough year that you always dreamed that it could be. Okay, and it can be, but you got to take action. So I want to help you along the way. All right, finally, before we jump in, I want to tell you about 2 real estate events that I'm going to be at coming up in just a couple of months. The first one is coming up next month, February 17th to the 21st in sunny Kissimmee, Florida, which is right next door to Orlando. And it's called the Business of Real Estate Intensive. And I want you to join me and 5 other real estate industry leaders as we walk you through what it takes to really thrive big time, right? If you are really, really ready to get your branding and marketing dialed in, you're going to want to come. If you're ready to get all of your systems and processes, set in place, we're going to be rolling up our sleeves and actually doing the work in this gorgeous home with, I don't even know how many bedrooms, with a pool out back. It's going to be a lot of work, but a lot of play too. So go to, I want to make sure I get the website right, businessofrealestateretreat.com, businessofrealestateretreat.com, and find out all the details there. It's a very intimate experience as we're living together in a house for a couple of days. It's a big house, but nonetheless, it's a house. And so the spots are filling quickly. So head on over to businessofrealestateretreat.com. Finally, my last announcement is I'm going to be at the She's Unstoppable Live event. It's our 2nd annual, coming up April 14th in Richmond, Virginia. If you were there last year, give me a shout out, because it was so much fun. We had almost 500 ladies there. It was an international event. We had a woman from as far away as Portugal come to the DC area. But my twin sister, Jan Copeland, is the host. I'll be speaking at it as well. Go to she'sunstoppablelive.com. Early bird pricing ends at the end of the month, and you don't want to miss it. All right, let's dive into video marketing. But before we do that, let's go to God in prayer. Heavenly Father, we just come before you so grateful, Lord. I thank you for the opportunity to come before these ladies every week, and in my driven and equipped group every day, Lord, to impart your wisdom and also impart business, entrepreneurial wisdom in these ladies who so want to impact people and for your glory. They want to do it your way, Lord. So help me today as I talk about video marketing. May all these words and tactics that I'm talking about be pleasing to you, Lord, and may you bless these women's lives, their families, and their businesses. In the mighty and almighty name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. Amen. All right, ladies, video workshop. We're going to roll up our sleeves and get it done. But I want to know, of you ladies watching, who does video right now? Tell me in the chat, whether it's live or replay. Yes, I do video, or no, I do not. All right, so before we dive into the tactics, we got to get our mind thinking right. Because too many of us have excuses and blocks and self-limiting beliefs. And I want to go through those with you. And I want you to tell me, or tell yourself, which one of these are holding you back. And you've got to overcome them, right? And in Christ you can. So are you scared to do video? You're like, I don't know what to say. You know, I might freeze up. How about this? Are you worried about what others are going to think? Oh, you know, they're going to say I look weird. My makeup's bad. My hair looks funny. You know, is that you? You're so worried about what other people are going to think about you. How about, are you a perfectionist? Are you afraid you just might mess up? There's a thought, right? How about this one? I'm an introvert, so I really couldn't do video. Could that be you? And I don't know, your Tabahana Fragrances just started doing video, not live yet. Very good, congratulations. Pamela's here and a bunch of others. I'm sorry, I can't see, so I'm not gonna stop anymore because I really can't see my screen. All right, so are you an introvert? How about this? Is this an excuse for you? I'm not enough. I'm not thin enough, tall enough, pretty enough, young enough, old enough. Is that you, like physically? Or I don't like my voice. You know, could that be you? Or how about this one, mentally? I'm not enough. Like, I'm not an expert. Like, why would somebody watch me? I'm not an authority. Who am I? Is that you? Okay. Or just generally lacking confidence and doubting your ability to do this. Well, whatever it is, whatever those excuses or limiting beliefs are, I'm here to tell you, dear sister, in love and grace, you gotta just do it anyway. Because as an entrepreneur, if you really want to thrive, every day you need to do stuff that scares you. Every single day. You need to make that phone call to reach out to that industry leader that you really want to connect with. Maybe it's someone that's super powerful, super influential, and you're afraid to DM them. Why? What are you afraid of? So we're going to talk about that with respect to video. You're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it afraid. And it's okay to make mistakes, okay? And why? Why should you do that? Well, video is necessary for entrepreneurs in the 20s and beyond. I'm going to, in a moment, tell you some statistics that prove that. But I'm here to tell you, if you don't jump on the video bandwagon, you're going to be left behind. There is no better way to build trust. There is no better way to build a tribe and to really gain the traction that you really want to gain. But here's the thing. It takes time to get that traction. I was just listening before I came on live. I was listening to Jasmine Starr, who was on live on Instagram, and she said so many powerful things. She said, I remember years ago when I went live on Instagram and nobody was watching, not even my mother. But over the replays, people do watch, and over time, you just have to stick with it. So no excuses for video. So if you are committed to really do video starting today, and you're really going to follow the 5 steps I'm going to lay out, I'd love you to tell me whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, and whether it's live or replay. I am committed to video in 2020. Okay, I want to hear that. I want to see that. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, let's talk about the statistics. Now, I'm not really a numbers person, but I really want to impress upon you the importance of doing video. You can't get left behind. All right, 85% of internet users watch video every month. Okay, so anybody that goes on the internet, 85% they're watching video. Okay, how about this one? 54% of consumers say they want more video from the brands that they like and follow. 54%. And when you're talking about social media specifically, as opposed to the internet as a whole, that number goes up like skyrockets, okay? Your tribe, the people that you want to serve, and by the way, do you know who your ideal client is. And if it's everybody, you don't know your ideal client, and you really need to figure that out, right? But your peeps want to see you on video. And think about that. I could be delivering this message by audio only. And what I'm telling you would be just as effective as far as communication, right? I mean, I'm saying words and you are listening. But don't you feel like you know me better because you see me in the flesh, right? And whether you like my shirt or don't like my shirt or think my pearls are cute or they're weird or old-fashioned or whatever it is, you get a feel for me because you're watching me on video, and that helps the connection. It helps the relatability. If you like pearls, you're going to be into it. If you love lipstick like me, then you're going to say, ooh, a lipstick girl like me. Video is critical. A couple more stats, okay? 85% of marketing professionals use video in their marketing. Why? It's effective. It's effective. It's brand awareness, more exposure. It holds people's attention. And here's the big one, and I don't know if you all are going to be able to see this. I have the ring light that's kind of reflecting here, but by 2022, which is only 2 short years away, 82% of all internet traffic is going to come from video. That's what people are going to be watching. So yes, will we have posts and things like that? I can't imagine it's ever going away, but here's what I know. Video is the wave of the future. And if you are not on it, you will be left behind. Okay, so just be okay with that and roll with it. All right, so let's jump in to my 5 steps. Let's see, can everybody see me? Oh golly. Let's jump into my 5 steps. I'm going to quickly move this so it's more easy to be seen. Okay, is that better? My 5 steps. Oh gosh, Lord knows what you're seeing behind here. 5 steps to getting video marketing in your business. Okay, step 1 is where. Where are you going to go with respect to video? Okay, well, generally speaking, there's 2 things to think about when you're thinking about where. And I'm going to post all the possibilities here, but before I do that, when you figure out where you're going to be, I need you to answer 2 questions. Number 1, where do you want to be? Where do you like hanging out? Out of everywhere you could possibly be, which we'll go in a moment, where do you want to be? And even more importantly, question number 2 is, where does your ideal client hang out? And see, throughout today, I'm going to keep going back to that ideal client. And if you haven't niched yourself, if you don't know who you serve, if you say, I'll serve everybody, everybody's my client, I know your messaging is off, and I know you're speaking really to nobody because you're not pointedly messaging everything to your ideal client, your one ideal client, and you need to do that. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, head to my YouTube channel, Driven and Equipped, and look at my branding masterclass because that'll help you significantly. Okay, so where are all the possible options where you could go for video? Let's write a few things down. How about your website? How about your YouTube channel? How about Facebook? All right, what can we do on Facebook? You can go live or you can do pre-recorded, but where specifically on Facebook? Your business page, your group or groups, whether you lead a group, which I highly recommend you do, or you join other groups, right? Through private messenger. Are you using Messenger? I love Messenger, and that's becoming more and more popular as well as your personal page. Look, the way Facebook algorithms are, you can't reach as many people without paying for it as you can from your personal page, because we probably have more friends than we have followers on our business page, for example, or in our groups. So don't forget about your personal page, okay? All right, so this is the where. So what I want you to do as a part of step 1, not only is to think about kind of, oh, I have other things. Oh my goodness, I'm not done. Okay, Facebook. All right, how about Instagram? How can I forget Instagram? And there we have our stories, and we have IGTV, as well as posts, right? How about LinkedIn? LinkedIn, who loves LinkedIn? I love LinkedIn. Love, love, love it. and the algorithm is the most comfortable, the best for entrepreneurs right now, okay? So jump on that bandwagon. But how about these things? Email, text. Are you sending video by email? Are you sending video by text? Okay, and there's many others. Okay, so I want you to think about, and I may have missed some, and if I did, put it in the comments, okay? Because I'm going to go back at the end and come back around. But think about where can your videos live? And then as part of step one, I want you to choose one to focus on. You see, there is power in choosing one. And if you have not read the book One Thing, you need to look that up and buy it and read it. Okay, so that's step one. Figure out where you're going to do your video. Step two is what. And I think this is where a lot of us get stumped, because it's about the content. Step two is about the content. So right now I want to talk about broad categories of what we could possibly talk about in our videos, and see if you can think of some others. Last night as I was preparing, I thought of about 15 or 20, and I'm sure there's more. All right, so let me just rattle these off. Testimonials, that could be a video, or client interviews, or case studies. Okay, that's a broad category. What else? How about a series, a video series? If you're a realtor, and I have a lot of realtor friends, home buyer series, home seller series, how to, renovations that will impact your bottom line when you sell. If you are a coach, wouldn't it be awesome for you to do a series on this? How to kill it with video, even if you're scared to death. Okay, pretty good, right? So a series, a video series. You could interview other industry experts. Okay, or if you're a local business, other local business owners. Okay, and why would I do that? If you are a local business and you are not tapping into the other entrepreneurs in your network, wow, missed opportunity, especially for business owners that share your ideal client. There's that thing again, the ideal client. Do you know who your ideal client is? You got to figure that out. It's huge. All right. How about behind the scenes at work? People love this. And you might say, well, Judy, they're nosy. Well, of course, aren't you? Don't you love it when you see people doing the behind the scenes? I've got to do more of that. I'm looking to expand my team. I can only do so much, but I know that that is a great content. That is a great what? As well as behind the scenes at home. Look, if I would do a video and share with you, my favorite food, and that happened to be your favorite food, that's relatable fact. It's about being memorable. It's about being seen. It's about being relatable. So think about that as you're pondering kind of what to say or what to talk about on your videos. And then there's the how-to. Depending on what you do, maybe it's how-to. If you sell makeup, how to do your face when you're middle-aged, or how to get rid of the puffy eyes, how to do all these different things, right? How about a cause or a belief that you really feel strongly about? Maybe you, like me, you're really into Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Maybe you're into heart health, the American Heart Association, or human trafficking, whatever it is. Maybe do a video or two or a bunch on that. Right? How about Q&A? And we're going to, in a moment, get more specific about that, but maybe your clients and your customers keep asking the same questions. How awesome would it be for you to have some sort of video series, or even one long video, that answers some of their top 10 questions that they ask? Then, when they ask you, send you an email, all you need to do is send them the video. And I think they'll appreciate that, right? Maybe once you know who your ideal client is, and how they like to consume their content, you'll provide a transcript along with the video to help those that like to read instead of watch videos, right? I mean, there's all these things that you think about. All right, and I'm just going to read some of the others for time. Company culture. You can do a video on that. curious. Hey, what are your values, right? If you're curious about other companies' values and their culture, maybe people would be interested in yours, right? How about bloopers, a blooper reel? That's always fun. A market overview. How about a product video or product reviews or service video, service reviews, whatever you provide, events, awards, company announcements, contests, giveaways, challenges, feature your team, time-lapse photos, if you're doing like a makeup thing or a hair thing, or maybe you're a nursery owner, and so you can say, you know, buy these seeds now and look what you'll get by the end of the summer or something like that, right? Before and afters if you're a home stager, an office tour, a home tour, conference wrap-up, you attend a conference or an event. Maybe your clients, if you're a coach, for example, would love to know, what did you learn at that conference? Maybe you want to do a video on that. There are and maybe a thank you video is another idea. So you see, we have a bunch of potential content. So please don't tell me I don't know what to say. That's really kind of a cop-out, right? Who's with me? Who's with me here? Okay. All right. Excuse me. All right. So now these are general categories. I want to help you get specific. Okay. We don't have time, and I can't see. Maybe someday I will be able to figure out what I'm not doing so that I could see the comments here. But I want to give you two rules of thumb or two pieces of advice to find the specific topics you should discuss if you totally are drawing a blank. Okay. The first one is ask your clients, right? Or think about what your clients repeatedly ask you. That is a great, you know, resource for you, as well as just asking them, hey, other than kind of what I do for you, what kinds of things do you like to watch when you're you know, scrolling through Facebook or when you're on the internet? Ask them that. Why not? All right. And another way to find specific topics for you to do is to kind of follow your competitors, whether they're on YouTube, whether, you know, you check out their business page, or if you're in a group, a Facebook group with them. And, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're being competitive, but you're not going to be posting on their page. And, you know, everybody's business page is open to the world, so why not? And if they let you into a group, you know, you're there, and why not? So, you know, you want to look at two things. Number one, what are the people in the group or on the page, or, you know, wherever you are, what are the people, your prospective clients, asking? What do they wonder? What's going on? You know, what are they asking? And secondly, what types of topics are your competitors talking about that's getting good engagement? So if you're on a Facebook group, look where there are lots of comments, lots of feedback, and wow, that'd probably be a topic that you could do as well. Also, if you go to YouTube and you look at all the different videos, again, look at what's popular, what's gotten engagement, and maybe that would be something. Of course, you want to do your own twist. We never want to plagiarize, okay? So those are just two tips for you to help you to get your, you know, creative juices flowing in the way of content, because I know that can be difficult. All right, so that was step 1 and 2. All right, so step 3 is, out of all of those general categories, I want you to choose your top 3 to 5. So maybe you'll say, I want to do a video series, or I want to do a thank you text, or video, or I want to do a product review. Whatever it is, pick your top 3 to 5 that interest you. Once you made your list, like I say, mine wasn't necessarily exhaustive. And then also, as part B of step 3, I want you to choose one. So now you have not only the general category, but you have the specific topic that you're going to be doing your video on. Got me? Okay. So not only is it video series, but it's, you know, video series on ABC. Okay. All right. So step 4 is, and we're hearkening back to 2 weeks ago with time blocking, we're going to grab our calendar. What are we going to do with our calendar? 2 things. We're going to choose a date when we are going to write the script. And secondly, we're going to choose a date when we're either going to go live or record. Okay. Now you might say, hey, Judy, I've never done this before. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to write my script. How long should I say? Well, I would say an hour, but you might choose to have a half an hour one day and a half an hour another day. And if you need more time, that's fine. But I want this in your calendar to stay focused. Give yourself plenty of time, but don't overthink it. Okay. And in a moment, I'm going to help you with script. So just hang on. Okay. All right. So step 5 is record or go live. It's that easy. It's that easy. So what do we think about that? It's really not that hard, right? But before I get into the scripting, word of advice, I want this to be easy. I want to have you have the least restriction as possible. So I would suggest that you start on Facebook. Why? Because Facebook, you literally just upload your video and you're done. Or you go live. You hit the live button and you're done. As opposed to YouTube, where you really should have an intro, which may or may not have music. You might want to put text over it. You might need a custom thumbnail to look professional. So for me, Facebook's the better way to go. And on Instagram, if it's a story, sometimes that's a little bit difficult to upload because, you know, the way that they have to upload it, it's not as simple as Facebook. And I want this to be the road of least resistance. So, are you ready? Can you follow these 5 steps to video marketing? And here's the thing, I want you to commit to doing at least 1 video a week. At least 1 video a week. You can do this. You can do this. All right, I want to help you with a script. We overthink it too much. Oh my gosh, we overthink it too much. I want you to think clarity and simplicity. Clarity and simplicity. I want you to focus. You should be, in any one video, focused on one thing, one specific topic. And it may be, you know, 3 steps or 5 steps or, you know, these 3 other things related to the overall topic, but it's just one topic. So simplicity, clarity, act like you're speaking to a 5th grader. That's a very good rule of thumb. So when you're thinking about your script, I want you to really think about it in outline form. Because, and I resisted this a lot for a long time, but it is really the easiest thing. When you think of a broad outline, and there are really 3 parts to your script: the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay, when you do it like that, okay, phew, I'm half done already. It feels good, right? So the beginning is just your greeting. And what I found is that I have a standard greeting. I'm like, hey there, beautiful. Your Christian business coach, Judy Weber here. Welcome, or something like that. So come up with a greeting, like a couple seconds long. And then right away, you need to hook. You need to grab their attention so that they keep watching. Okay. So what do I mean by that? What are you going to be teaching? And can you say it in a way that is sexy? And I don't mean sexual. I mean something that's going to grab their attention. Can you state what you're going to be talking about in some sort of surprising way? And we're going to talk about this at the end because this is really powerful stuff. Is there a new perspective to the topic, or a new strategy, or a new something that you bring to this topic? And if you do, then I want you to kind of say that in the title. Hey, today we're going to be talking about blah, 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 but we're going this different way, so stay tuned. Do you know what I mean? Okay, one other tip. I learned at a recent conference that when you put a baby or a dog in the beginning of your video, as people are scrolling, they will stop for that. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, so we have our greeting and we have our hook. That's the beginning. Then we get into the meat of what you're going to be talking about. And again, just think about it in broad outline form. What are the 2 or 3 things that I want to make sure I hit on and put it out there? Excuse me. And for me, one second, I'm sorry. And for me, I have found that when I script it word for word, It's not as good as when I do an outline. It's not as fluid, maybe, if I don't have it written down. But sometimes when it's written down, then you tend to get like this robotic, and it's not feeling, and it's boring. So we tend to have more inflection when we have some freedom, okay? And you're an expert. You know what you're talking about, right? Okay, so we have the beginning. We have the greeting. We have the hook. We have the middle. We have the meat of what you're saying. Then you end it with a call to action. A call to action. You want them to do something. I don't care what the something is. You could then say, you know, head to my website to get my PDF or whatever, my downloadable. You know, head to my YouTube channel to talk further about blah, 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 whatever it is, right? Book a call. Whatever that call to action is, I need you to make sure that you do that. So beginning, middle, end, easy, right? Now, as far as the timing, I tend to go on, and I shouldn't, but that's just who I am. So I apologize. But typically between 4 and 8 minutes is like a sweet spot. So it doesn't have to be really long, and it can be shorter than that. If you feel good for 2 minutes and you do that consistently, super, then that's great. Go with it. Okay? Very, very, very good stuff. All right, so I'm going to keep going. Now, I want to introduce you to a brand new, it's not brand new to the world, but it may be brand new to you. And keep those questions coming, because at the end, I am going to come back around. I'm talking about something that is pretty darn powerful, and I'm going to be incorporating this into my video marketing strategy in 2020 and beyond, and I really wanted to make sure you knew about this too. What this is called is thought reversal. Thought reversal video. And it's a very specific type of video. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier was, generally speaking, there are 3 main types of video: educational, inspirational, and entertaining. Okay, educational, inspirational, and entertaining. But this idea of thought reversal video is kind of in a zone by itself. Okay, so the purpose of thought reversal, so you're like, what the heck is it? It takes just a moment to kind of like set it up for you so that you know what it's all about. But the purpose of it is to remove certain beliefs or maybe objections of your ideal client. There's that topic again, your ideal client, that's holding them back from working with you, or holding them back in some other way in their life or their business. Okay, and so you want to remove this stumbling block for them, right? This belief or objections that are not serving them. And at the same time, you want to help build your audience and build loyalty. Okay, and it's pretty darn powerful. All right, so there's 6 steps to creating a powerfully effective thought reversal video. And I'm going to give you examples. So thank you for bearing with me, all right, because this is a newer thing. All right, so step 1 of the thought reversal video is to call out a common belief in your industry or your niche. Just call it out. Call out a common belief. So the example that I have for you is that if you work hard, you're going to make it. Hard work leads to success in business. That is a belief. And, you know, maybe you would take the position that that's bunk. That is a belief that is not true. Okay. And by the way, when you introduce and call out this thought or this belief, it should be polarizing. It should make someone say, whoa, wow. You know, you're going against the grain. Thought reversal. Get it? Thought reversal. Okay. So you're taking this perceived truth, in this example, I work hard, I will succeed in business, and you're calling it out. It's not true. Okay. Second step, you need to take a step back. You need to soften it a little bit. And so you do that by saying, look, I understand. I understand why you think that. Tons of gurus are out there telling you hard work, hustle, grind, all that. but it's not true. You know, and you can say, it's not your fault. I understand. You're not to blame and you're not alone. So you see what I'm doing? I'm softening the kind of like surprise that hard work isn't what you need to make it, folks. But that's okay that you thought that, because you're not alone. Everybody's telling you that. Okay. Now, step 3 is very, very important. This is the most important in the thought reversal video, and that is to discredit that belief. You're saying, You kind of called it out and you prepped them to say, I don't buy it. Now you're going to discredit, you're going to prove that that common belief is wrong. Okay. And there's many, 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 many ways to do this. I'm going to give you one example. They call these sleight of mouth patterns. I don't even understand what that means, but anywho. All right. So one example of a way you can discredit this belief that is out there that many people hold that you want to say is not true is to chunk up. And what that means is that the idea is, if not everyone finds that belief to be true, then it's only a belief and it's not truth. Okay, so that would go something like this. Again, entrepreneurs have been told that if they work hard, if they hustle, if they grind, that they're going to succeed. But do you know somebody that is working their butt off and working 12 plus hours a day and they're still struggling and they're not thriving? I just discredited that belief, right? You see how easy that is? Okay. Now, for my realtor friends, one example I thought of is for FSBOs. Your ideal client might be FSBOs or a broader category of home sellers. And, you know, maybe your common belief that you're trying to bust here and reverse the thought is that if you sell a house on your own, you're going to make more money. You're going to get more money in your pocket. And then, you know, so you will discredit it. How? By saying, you know, have you ever met a home seller that tried to sell it on their own and they couldn't sell it on their own? Or even this, that they've sold it on their own, you know, but they didn't make half as much money as they thought they would. Or this one's even better, where you show the statistics from the National Association of Realtors that says over time and after study after study after study, it's been determined that you're going to make more money when you work with a realtor, notwithstanding the commission. You see what I'm saying? So you're giving them an example to prove or to discredit that common belief. All right? Okay, step 4, you're going to lay out your belief. You're going to explain your approach, your way of doing things, right? You're going to lay out your foundation. And so, you know, obviously, you know, you're talking about in the first example how hard work isn't what it takes to succeed. Well, then what is it? You're going to explain what it is. You know, one example might be you got to work strategically. You got to work smart. You got to have systems in place. I would say that. That's why we're here. That's how much I believe in systems. Okay. So again, and I might go into more detail in the video, but you don't have to go into super detail, but just explain your approach. I do not believe hard work will necessarily get you to success. What gets you to success is mindset and strategy, and then taking action on that. Okay, so that would be laying out what you want the listener, the one watching, to believe. Your way, your thought. You're reversing their thought. Okay, so step 5 is asking a simple question. And that simple question related to what consequence they will suffer if they don't think your way, right? So, you know, if they don't hire you, if they don't use your product or service, right? So do you want to keep being stuck, you know, in the way of the entrepreneurial thing? Do you want to keep being stuck, you know, working, you know, 12, 14-hour days, never seeing your family, feeling like you don't have a life, you're impacting your mental well-being, your health? Or do you want to come this other way and learn how mindset and strategy combined with action can allow you to work as little as 6 hours a day or less once you get these systems in place, right? So you're setting it up. And what are you doing? You're making the listener be forced to decide. Am I going to stay this old way? Wait a minute. She told me that's not right, and I see how it's not right. You know, Am I going to stay stuck in the old way, or am I going to listen to you and your new way of doing things? You see how powerful that can be, okay? And then the final step is to give a call to action. Now, the call to action, you can make them do anything you want to do, but understand that the goal of sending them to your website, or the goal of joining your Facebook group, or the goal of, who knows what, finding you wherever. But the goal is not necessarily to get a sale in that moment. This is all about loyalty. This is all about building your audience, building your base. And these thought reversal videos are really intended to be so compelling to your ideal client that they're going to be like wowed by it. It's going to really make them think, and they're ultimately going to hit the share button. And whoo, the exposure that you're going to get from having these fans, these loyal fans who are like, whoa, I don't have to work hard, and it makes sense what she's saying. And then they'll come and they'll follow you, and down the road you're building relationships, you're getting more exposure, and ultimately you're going to make more money. And isn't that the idea? All right, so I want to see if I can see what's going on here. And okay, I definitely need to watch time blocking, Ann says. Excellent. And Ruthie is here. Kathy, how are you? And Kelly, link isn't working for PDFs. Yeah, the PDFs, let me explain. I don't know if the PDFs, if you didn't get PDFs for time blocking, here's the thing. I asked you to do something real specific, and if it's not working, that's fine. Then try again today, and I apologize for that. But I need you to go on my business page on Facebook at Judy Weber Live, facebook.com/Judy Weber Live. Just go on it, and at the top, there should be a place somewhere. I know on my PC it's in the upper right, and it says message. Message me, not personally, but through my business page, and tell me what you want. Time blocking PDF. And I do have a PDF. It's not quite done yet, but it will be done by the end of the day today with respect to the video workshop stuff we're doing right now. So again, go to my Facebook business page, facebook.com/Judy Weber Live. Find the messenger button for my business page and tell me what you want, and be sure to leave me an email. Leave me an email, okay? Thank you for that, Kelly. All right, Carla is here. And yes, and Kelly says, I plan on doing video this year. So does Ruthie. And not regularly, but I have done video, and I spoke with Ann yesterday. She's one of my clients. She's awesome. She's going to be doing great this year. Pamela, but I need to do more than what I do. Excellent. And Pamela does it as well. She's also a client. Kathy, I started doing weekly Facebook Lives. Good girl. Woo! And I'm getting more and more comfortable with it the more I do it. And I'm an introvert too. Excellent. Kathy, I am so proud of you. You're stepping out and you're doing it afraid. And just stay with it, and you're going to get more and more people to watch. That's awesome. And Kelly, yes, a perfectionist. Yes, indeed. I'm committed to video in 2020. And Callie, hey, Judy, video's king. Awesome. Antoinette, I'm committed to video in 2020. All right. Karen is here. Yolanda is here. I'm getting on board with this. Love this idea. I've been thinking about it for a while. Excellent. Yolanda, do more videos. You're great. Okay, now it's locked up. Thanks for clarifying the PDF, Kelly says. All right, so earlier, thank you for that, Kelly. I really appreciate you letting me know. Earlier, I talked to you about taking notes, and 2 people are going to win an Amazon gift card. All right, so let's find where I'm talking about here. Okay, so you can enter to win an Amazon gift card in one of 2 ways. Either you, number 1, take a snapshot of the notes that you've gotten from this workshop. And I want you to go on Instagram, and this is Instagram only, where I want you to snap a picture of your notes, and I want you to tag me in it at Judy Weber Live. And I want you to, if you can, give me a quick takeaway, or say, reference the video workshop in some way. Notes from video workshop. I'm committed to doing video in 2020. Whatever it is, I need you to snap a picture of a page of your notes and tag me at Judy Weber Live. Okay. The other way that you can enter to win, that's why I'm giving 2 away, is you can do a video in my Facebook group called Driven and Equipped. If you are not a member of that group, I have nearly 2,000 Christian women who are committed to building their dream business while living an extraordinary life. I want you to join me. So request to join if you're not already there, Driven and Equipped. And I want you to go live in there. Yes, live. Go live. It can be as short as 30 seconds. And I want you to give me a takeaway or an aha. Hey, Judy, thanks for the video workshop today. My name is blah, blah, blah from Philly, wherever you are. And here's my big takeaway from today's workshop. Or, hey, Judy, this is Sarah Jones from Austin, Texas, and I saw your video workshop today. Thanks so much for that. I'm committed to doing video. I'm going to go live every week on my Facebook business page. Thank you so much. Or you can say, hey, Judy, I thought of a brand new topic that you didn't even share in the video workshop. Here it is. Okay, and do that. So you're either going to snap a picture of your notes, tag me in Instagram at Judy Weber Live, and say something about that, about the workshop, or do a video. It can be as short as 30 seconds and go live in Driven and Equipped. Okay, sound good? And look, why do I do this? Because I don't want you to just have a pile of notes and then throw it on your desk and do nothing with it. That's not going to move your business forward, right? And so I come at you with a lot of inspirational quotes, Bible verses, stories, and that's important. Don't get me wrong, because I'm all about the intersection of business and faith, right? Without God, we're nothing. Without Jesus Christ, we're nothing. But I know this too. Without action, intentional, strategic, consistent action, your business is going nowhere. So that's why I kind of like want to nudge you. I want to give you all the incentives. I want to give you the strategy, and all you got to do is do it. So are you going to do it? Who are my action takers? Who are my action takers? So I have one or two on Instagram. Awesome. I'm sorry I can't read your names. And who is committed to take action? Mary says, a friend and I are both wanting to do more videos. I created a private group for us so we can go to that group and practice not only lives, but also learning where comments are and what your screen looks like from a phone. Oh my goodness, Mary, that is great. That is excellent. Congratulations for that. And Kelly says she is committed. All right, ladies, I've got to rock and roll, but was this helpful? Was this helpful? Please tell me in the comments wherever you are, whether it's live or a replay. And if you come to the replay, what I'm finding is I'm not always getting notified. So if you have a question for me, please tag me in your comment. And that way I will definitely get notified. Okay? So I want to see the notes on Instagram. And I want to see the videos on Driven and Equipped. And more than that, I want to see your business explode in 2020. So I do have some spots to work with me. If you're interested in that, DM me or PM me, and let's make it happen. Because 2020, gosh, it's limitless, especially with Jesus Christ. We are more than conquerors, and we can do way more than we think we can with Christ, right? All right, ladies, love you. Got to go. Mwah, mwah. God bless you. Have a beautiful day and a very productive and blessed weekend. Take good care. Thanks for joining. Mwah.